We have in the past discussed about the Make Me a Genius program, and we have also mentioned to you the different fields where which we train our students. Today we are going to pick up just one specific uh, field of expertise and discuss about that. Today we're going to discuss about memory training. For other fields, we'll have other videos. So a genius is a person who will excel and do excellently in a specific field or a limited number of fields. So today we discuss about memory and memory training. Now memory essentially is of two types, long-term memory and short-term memory. Now in our memory training, we actually work with our students in both long-term and short-term memory. Now this is very important. Now what exactly is long-term memory and short-term memory, and why do we differentiate? And how does that differentiation help? This video explains that. Now long-term memory, I mean the end results are very obvious to us. Long-term memory, ideally what we can understand from the term itself is that our students should be able to retain as much information, and those information should not lapse from the memory. They should be able to retain it and not forget it. So that's long-term memory. It's pretty obvious to all of us, and that's what it is. Now about short-term memory, from the term itself it is clear to us that it means that they are able to retain information for a shorter duration of time. Now why would anyone want to do that, you would say? Why would not pack all information in the long-term memory so that they never forget? I say that it's pretty useless, and you would be shocked, but let me explain and you'll agree. For example, let's consider the example of you deciding to go for shopping and you need to buy 10 items. Now, so many times it has happened with all of us that we find it difficult to remember all the 10 items that we need to. Either forget and get back home and we have missed something, or something or the other happens unless we specifically note it down and carry it along with us, which is clumsy at best. So to retain that information for a long term is absolutely useless. Once you've made the purchase, that information is not required at all. So I hope this clarifies the importance of short-term memory as well. So when we train our students in memory training, we have to impart training for both long-term and short-term training, memory training. So this is the difference, and we have demonstrated. Now, this video, in this video, we have explained to you the difference and why it makes sense. But we'll see some of the results. We're working with our students in long-term and short-term memory. We'll see some of the results. We'll post it in the form of video, in the form of articles maybe, and it'll help you to decide, to take a decision on behalf of your child. I mean, we are pretty confident that this is by far the best memory training. I mean, not just memory, this is the best training institute for the Make Me a Genius program in the fields that we have described. We're not going to repeat all the fields. We have already done that in the past. You can refer to some of our old videos, some of our other videos that we have made on that, which describes the subjects or the fields of our expertise and the expertise we hold in training a child, a student, a person, to develop them, to help them develop into a genius. And as I said, there are other fields, there may be other fields. A genius is not necessarily restricted to the fields we are training. That would be that would not be correct at all. That would not be a correct statement at all. A genius can be in other fields. For example, some of the other fields in which we do not impart training, they can range from music to painting to sculpting to architecture to writing. So if these are some of the fields in which a child shows interest and he wants to develop his skills into, we would suggest that you enroll your child in some other organization or institute which imparts training in these fields. But if it falls in the fields of expertise in which we train, then we are pretty confident that our institute, in our fields of expertise, we are basically the best in the business. We're basically the best training institute. So that's something that we thought we should convey to you. And basically, we summarized for you why and how the long-term and short-term memory differ and why we should treat it as different. And we have explained to you, and we in the videos which will follow will also explain. You will basically see the results. We'll post some videos for you to see the results to help you take a decision for and on behalf of your child. Hope that helps.